What's up, guys? So, Percy Jackson. I finally read the series after about 20,000 of you guys told me to do it through YouTube comments, Instagram posts, people tweeting at me, and whatever else. And I finally gave it a try. I had read the first book way back in like 2008, and I had seen the movie a few years after it came out. Unfortunately, I only remembered the movie. I didn't remember much about the book. And for those of you that are Percy Jackson fans, you know that the movies are garbage. I honestly can't wait to make videos breaking down why they suck. But anyway, I have read the first 5 books, and I love it. I plan to read all of the books in the next series. I actually already have the Heroes of Olympus bought and ready to read. But first, I wanted to make this video and just announce that I'm making Percy Jackson videos, and just let you guys know my thoughts on the series. As I said, so far I've only read the first 5 books, so please do not spoil the rest of the series, because believe it or not, I do read most of your guys' comments. But anyway, I took a bunch of notes while reading this series, so I have a bunch of videos planned, and they are coming soon. In the meantime, I'm just going to give my thoughts on the series. I absolutely love Percy. I relate to him so much. As a kid who grew up with dyslexia and ADHD, he's the perfect character for me. I'm actually really happy that I like the main character so much, because oftentimes I'll love a series, I'll love the side characters, but I hate the main protagonist. Katniss Everdeen is the best example of this from the Hunger Games series. The supporting characters in Percy Jackson are amazing as well. I especially love the D'Angelo kids, Nico and Bianca. Their whole arc of being frozen in time in the place where Percy went in the first book no less was really interesting, especially because this makes them possibly be part of the prophecy. Annabeth, Grover, Talia were all amazing as well, and I love the dynamic of the group with those 3 along with Percy. The way they interact is one of the best parts of the series. I think Talia is my favorite of the 4, but I liked Annabeth and Percy together even more than I liked Talia. My favorite character by far though is Luke. I find his arc so intriguing, probably the most intriguing in the entire series, and I cannot wait to make a video breaking down his character. The whole backstory of his mother being cursed and his father knowing his fate was heartbreaking, but also so well put together. Camp Half-Blood is awesome. It's almost like the Hogwarts of this series, and the fact that they were building onto it in the end was also really cool, and I cannot wait to see where they go with that. Much like Hogwarts, Camp Half-Blood almost feels like home when you're reading this series. The capture the flag sequence was always interesting, and so were the chariot races. I also love that each god and goddess had their own house that their children stayed in. That was probably one of my favorite parts about Camp Half-Blood. Rachel Dare was a great new addition in the middle of the series, and I love that by adding her, it changed the series up and made it fresh and new. And I think that Rachel becoming the new Oracle was the perfect ending, and once again, that's another story arc that I cannot wait to see unfold. Kronos was one hell of a villain, and he really kept you on the edge of your seat. The conflict between the gods and the titans had me really interested, especially the 3 main gods, Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades, and how they were all sons of Kronos. And on top of that, Chiron, Percy's mentor, was also a son of Kronos. Seeing Chiron and Hades face their father in the final battle was thrilling to say the least. Another thing I want to talk about is how they made these gods so prevalent in modern day. It's a true testament to how creative and skilled Rick is as an author. My all-time favorite English class was actually one that studied many of the mythological tales that this series is based around. I had flashbacks going back to that English class, as well as my Latin class, which I took all through high school. I found myself being like, oh yeah, I remember learning that in English or Latin. Even so, I still found myself like Googling these mythological tales and gods just to find out more about the original mythology. And all that made me realize was how talented the author Rick was. He was able to have these stories that have been around for thousands of years and make it so unique. Also, being a huge fan of the movie Troy, I have to mention Selena Biergard's death. I think that's how you say your name. It matched the death of Achilles' cousin, who wore Achilles' armor into battle, just as Selena Biergard wore Clarice's armor and led the Ares cabin into battle. Then in the battle, everyone thinking that they're Achilles or Clarice, they die in the battle. Then of course we get the revenge scene with Clarice or Achilles, and they kill the person or the creature that took this person close to them from them. Also, going off of that scene was Clarice's moment. Reading that, I was like, yes, let's go. All in all, this series really blew me away, and I'm very excited to make videos on it. I think this is going to be an awesome addition to the channel, on top of Hunger Games videos, Star Wars videos, and of course Harry Potter, Avatar, and everything else I do. For those of you that are already fans of the series, I'm excited for you guys to revisit it and take a deeper look at it with me. And for those who don't know anything about the series, my hope is that I get you into the series just like I did for so many people with Harry Potter, Avatar, and everything else I did. I constantly have people telling me that I got them to read the Harry Potter books, which makes me so happy, and I'm hoping that maybe the same thing will happen with the Percy Jackson books. Who knows? Thank you so much for watching, guys. You can follow me on social media to see more of my personal life and more of this little dude. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe. I want to give a huge shout out to all my patrons listed below. If you want to be featured on the next video, plus get a bunch of other rewards, become a patron today. Again, thank you so much for watching, and look out for more great Movie Flame videos on the way.